Today we're gonna take my gaming desk setup, which is clearly slacking, and we're gonna convert it into a sleek, minimal, modern, badass looking gaming setup, all while doing it on a budget. Okay, so we just recently moved and I've been trying to build up my space to have all these different environments. And one area of the room that I have not worked on yet is the gaming setup. I threw some shit together so that way I could just go live and stream and play some games with the homies, but I haven't really taken the time to design anything and take it serious. I'm gonna be doing a project with AMD over the next couple weeks, so I needed a gaming space for that. So I figured now would be the perfect opportunity. So the first thing that I wanted to change up for this gaming setup in my home office is I really wanted it to match this like clean, modern look. Instead of trying to minimalize one desk in one area, I wanted to kind of do the same thing for each individual station. So for my creative area, for example, it's just clean and minimum. And this is where I edit, design, and manage my brand. I wanted the gaming setup to replicate that. So the first thing that I wanted to do was get rid of the Alex drawers from IKEA. Truth be told, these things have been pretty much aesthetic for a while now. I haven't even had anything in these drawers. I don't even use them. Ever since I upgraded to a toolbox in my office, I just have no need for the Alex drawers. So first thing was getting everything tore down, getting the drawers out of the room. That way I can make space for the setup. Now, I do like the tabletop that I've had for this setup. I got this butcher block tabletop years ago from Home Depot. It came unstained, just complete raw wood, I guess you'd say. So I stained it this like dark ebony color years ago, and I really like the look of this. It's kind of one of those tabletops where I try to not keep clean throughout the years. Like I want it to get banged up. I want it to develop like a rustic look over the years. But the big thing that I noticed so far from the gaming area is something in the background was missing. And I think this is like one of the most key parts of this video for a setup upgrade video. So I bought a few packs of these acoustic wood shiplap looking panels that you can get on Amazon. A 4-pack of these things is $230, and that's all I needed to use for this particular setup here. I actually should have done it better because there's one panel strip that I didn't even get a use for this. I wanted it to be centered in the wall, so obviously I took my time making sure I would do that. I will say I bought these originally when we were at our old house, and we had shorter ceilings there, so there was a gap. So make sure you're getting them in size for whatever height ceilings you have in your room. But dude, these things were super easy to install. The wife and kid actually helped me out. It took like 10 minutes, if that. I think it would have taken less if I wouldn't have taken my time to make sure it was centered with the wall and making sure it was really balanced. But it's crazy how much just a simple change like that can make to your entire space. I mean, you're talking for $230. Not only is it an aesthetic change, like it makes the entire wall look completely different just from this little portion here. But on top of that too, it's added a lot of sound dampening to the space. So that way my audio from my voice isn't bouncing off the walls everywhere. It's just kind of absorbing some of that. It's crazy because for years, there's been do-it-yourself videos on how to produce your own shiplap look. And it didn't even have like the acoustic foam in the background. And now you can just literally buy these sheets off of Amazon for a few $100s. I'll be sure to leave the link in the description if you want to check those out. They have so many different colors and variations. It's also key to point out that today I am not sponsored by anything. Any link that I will be providing will just be my own personal affiliate link. The AMD stuff that I mentioned earlier in the video, that has nothing to do with today's particular video other than just being pushed to change the setup to prepare for that. So again, not sponsored whatsoever. But yeah, once we got the paneling done, from there, it was honestly fairly easy. Now, one thing I wanted to do in this gaming setup, since I will be streaming from this area, is I wanted to have really good audio quality. Over the years, I've absolutely fallen in love with the DBX 286S preamp, especially stacked with the Electro Voice RE20 microphone. But the thing is, it's pretty bulky, right? Like, I don't want it sitting on the desk. So for like an idea of minimal, sleek, modern design, we want to fix that problem. So all I simply did was I got this server bracket off of Amazon and I mounted it underneath on the end here. After doing that, I got these legs off of Amazon for literally $85. The quality of them is really good. I actually have them on my 96-inch Butcher Block Live Edge on my creative setup over here. And you would assume that they're not very sturdy, but they actually do the job well. After installing the legs and getting them measured out appropriately, one big difference that I wanted to do in this setup, which I need to also do in my creative area, is I actually wanted to do a good job at cable management. I found this amazing cable management tray that just clips to your desk on Amazon. I had this whole part of the video where I actually recorded putting it together on here, and I recorded it in the vertical format, but I didn't hit record in the horizontal. So you guys will just have to trust that it actually is pretty easy and good. From there, the big objective is, again, minimal. I want most of the desk to be showing, and I want every little tool that I'm gonna be using, mouse, keyboard, audio interface, my camera mount, I want them to breathe freely. So I try to space everything out so that way I had plenty of room for the PC and all these things, so that way I don't feel cluttered whenever I'm either gaming offline or I am live streaming. I will say for this particular setup and over the next month, especially since I'm doing mainly just chatting streams, as of recently, I'm not worried about a second monitor for now, but eventually I will be looking into getting this arm that I've seen on Amazon where you can just mount a tablet, and I want to just get a portable monitor instead for that. Like I said in recent videos, I've acknowledged the fact that you just cannot be super minimal with your setup if you want to do certain things. Like if I'm going to stream games on some random evenings, obviously I'm gonna need a second monitor. But the thing that I don't need is an entire 32-inch 4K display for chat. All I really need is just something simple that I can kind of move out of the way and gives me the aesthetic that I'm going for. Again, this is just a personal preference. If you're looking to use any of the things that I mentioned today and build your own modern, sleek little setup, and you want to use multiple monitors, by all means, you go ahead and do so. I'm just not a fan of the 15 monitors. I'm not trying to feel like I work at SpaceX every time I go fucking live. So yeah, once I got everything mounted with the tray that I got, it was actually fairly fast to manage the cables. I got the new PC set up and upgraded everything on it so I could change the colors to the PC the way that I like. And that's it, really. So like, I even included the desktop in itself, but like, if you have your own monitor and PC and microphone, mouse, keyboard, and you're looking to make your setup look completely different, like I would argue that the transition from the start of the video to what you see now, like they seem like different worlds. You can do all that for $500. I included the desk into that price. You're talking $230 for panels, $85 for legs, and $200 for the desktop. And you could even stain it to whatever color that you would like. There was a time that like, to get an upgrade like this, to get the shiplap, to get legs like this, like you would have to fabricate legs. You couldn't just get them on Amazon. Even the desktop, like years and years ago, you couldn't just go to Home Depot and get Butcher Block countertop. A project like this would be so hard, but with an extra bonus or selling some of the extra gear that you have laying around, like taking the Alex drawers that you bought for like $150 years ago and selling them for $85 to get your new legs, and then taking a little extra money to get the shiplap. It's crazy on how affordable you can go with changing your entire look. I'm pretty excited about this thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been gaming offline more lately, and yeah, it's fun. So when I sit down and I have an aesthetic like that, and like this is the world that I get to hang out in, it's just good vibes. Anyways, moving on. I'll be making some updates to the area around it over the next few months, obviously, before I give my full studio tour. We need some decoration in here. We're making small minor upgrades. I got some of the panels finally hung up. I got some decor coming for the setup, the background, just some things that I feel like as I'm adapting and evolving as a creator and a human being, especially with the weight loss, that I just need some more motivational bits on the wall, things that truly inspire me. So we got some of those things coming. Not only is that coming, but I am also going to be coming out with a series where I get, actually just mentioned this in one of my YouTube shorts, but a series where I get more budget friendly products like the Facecam 4K from Elgato and their Wave mic, but I want to get a decent but budget friendly monitor and mouse and keyboard and even a desk. I'm going to be putting together an old PC with parts from years ago, like a 2080 Ti, for example, and I'm going to be showing as a streamer and a creator what you can produce if you optimize your setup appropriately in 2026, and how the idea of needing to have the latest and greatest thing to create content is just one of the biggest myths nowadays. So make sure you guys are subscribing for those videos and everything that we're gonna be doing in this office moving forward. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the panels. Is that a nice touch? Did I go wrong doing black on black? Like, should I have done wood grain? Should I have cut some extra parts to actually space it from wall to floor? Or did you even notice that? All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out, peace, deuces.